Are you tired of procrastinating? Have you done things over and over only to see no results? We're here to change that today with 5 simple steps to get into and keep a fitness routine that will completely change your life. Let's go. What is up, everyone? Alexander Magasso here for Stacked, your bridge between fitness and life. Amazing to have you here. We're constantly producing even more incredible content. So if you want to be a part of something awesome, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment below, and blast that like button if and when you feel we've earned it. So many of us try something new and don't stick it out because we didn't start with a solid foundation for long-term success. We're here to change that today with 5 steps that are simple, but you may not have heard before and can completely change the way you think about approaching a new topic, whether it be getting into a fitness routine or anything else in your life. Step number 1 is to start with why. Simon Sinek wrote a book called Just That. It's a great read. It'll give you a bunch of information on the topic. I linked it below if you want to check that out. But this is the most critical piece of starting any new endeavor. If you really want the body that you always desired, you have to know why you want it. Is it to show off on the beach? Is it to get more energy? For myself, it was both of those things, but I stacked one on top of the other. I want to have the energy to start a business. I want to get home and still be able to play with my son and have a family dinner and still wake up in the morning ready to go. I want to build financial freedom for myself and my family and share what I'm learning with others around me. That's the whole purpose of Stack, and that is what keeps me going. That's what gets me through that last set of squats when my legs are killing me. That's what gets me through the last 10 minutes of my HIIT session when I am just sweating like a monster. That's what gets me through everything that I do throughout the day, no matter how mundane it is, because I know it's working towards a greater goal that's going to give me everything I want in life. Step number 2 is to have clear and specific goals. To say that you want to lose a few pounds will get you into the gym in January and right out in February. Your subconscious mind does not process nuance like your conscious mind does. It does whatever you tell it to do. And when you tell it, I want to lose a few pounds, it does that and then defaults right back to your old routine because there's nothing else that comes next. A better alternative would be to say, I am going to get under 10% body fat if I'm a guy or 20% if I'm a girl. That means losing 20 pounds in the next 6 months and keeping it off. During that time, I'm going to get a promotion. I'm going to have the energy to start my side business. Whatever it is, do these things and have a specific timeline around them so that you have something to work towards. I don't want you to just have some static set of goals that you think you can achieve. This is a dynamic process. For myself, I write down my goals in the morning and night for what I want to hit daily, weekly, and monthly. And then I have some huge, gigantic goals that my brain can hardly wrap its head around, but that I know by putting them down on paper, I have to think differently to achieve them. And because of that, instead of making incremental improvements, I am doubling, tripling, quadrupling what I am capable of. This completely changes your outlook and what you can possibly accomplish. Once you start getting in the groove and thinking 10x, it will completely change the way that you approach new situations. I've linked a few videos below if you're new to goal setting and you also want some help with the why. These will get you on the right track to finding what's right for you and what will motivate you long term to stick this out and make it part of who you are. Step number 3 is to start. And it's not to start planning, it's to start doing. There's no substitute for experience. Take a day, lay out what you want to accomplish, and then Get into the gym and start doing it. By starting, this puts you way ahead of everyone that's still planning on starting. If you get caught in the analysis paralysis and the planning process, your motivation starts to lag, and then you don't wind up actually ever doing it. This happens in business, it happens in life, it happens everywhere. You see it, people complain about what they should do, but they never take any action to actually get it done. You are no longer one of those people. I used to be that, and I am changing everything that I'm doing to make sure that it's action first and planning as I go. I learn on the job. I was just down in a bachelor party. My buddies were asking me, because I have a 3-year-old, a couple of them have babies on the way. They said, "What is fatherhood like?" And I said, "You can read all of the baby books that you want, but until that baby comes, you don't know anything. You learn from experience. And if you don't have that experience, you're doing yourself a huge disservice." And that leads me to step number 4, which I think is the most fun, and that is to suck. You are going to be terrible at any new thing that you try. When you get into the gym, nobody expects you to be a supermodel. They expect you to be a fat slob that doesn't know what they're doing. Embrace that. That means you're way ahead of everyone that's still sitting on the couch doing nothing. Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn, famously said, "If you're not embarrassed by your first product, you launched too late." I'm sitting here filming on my phone in the lounge of my building because I don't have any fancy equipment and my son is sleeping in my house. I need to get this done so that when I look back down the road, I say, wow, that was terrible, but I'm so happy that I got that done, because I would not be where I am now if I didn't launch that first video. I would not have gained all the knowledge that I now know if I was still preparing to be terrible. There has to be a starting point. Get there and start learning on the job. Start getting the experience that you need to be awesome. When I was first in the gym, I was terrible at it, and I kept iterating until I found something that really worked for me, and I'm exploiting that now. But I would have never gotten there if I just kept reading books and watching videos on how to do it. I had to test it for myself, and now I'm in a place where I'm proud of my body and I'm still improving every single day. That leads us to number 5, which is hold yourself accountable. Do not just write down your whys and your goals and leave them there. This is a dynamic process. If you're hitting your goals, pat yourself on the back and aim higher for next time. If you're missing, find out why and how you can change your approach to better hit your targets moving forward. Regardless, keep setting new goals before you hit your old ones. This will keep your mind engaged and your motivation level high so that your initial progress does not fizzle out as you go. You do not want to lose all of the progress that you made initially because you lost your motivation. This is a long-term thing, and if you do it right, it will become second nature, but you have to follow up with it if you want it to stay around. So there you have it, 5 simple steps to get into and keep a fitness routine. Now, even though we're talking about getting into the gym, feel free to use this across anything new that you're starting. These principles are very easily transferable to any new endeavor that you might encounter. We hope this gives you a nice foundation to the fitness knowledge stack that we're going to help you build. And in order to best achieve this, we're going to give you an assignment at the end of each video so that you really solidify this in your brain instead of just passively watching. Your assignment for tonight is to clearly write out a set of whys and goals that will really keep you motivated to get into the gym and completely change your body and your energy level and whatever else that you want in your life. On top of that, if you found anything else helpful in this video, write it down as well, because it will stick with you long term and you'll be able to reference it later. Once you're done, write everything down in the comments so that other people can see it. And if you see something that somebody else wrote, steal from them. Add it to your list. If you reread your list and it's not as motivational as you first thought, change it. This is not something that's static. You can always update it and steal from others. It's totally fine. I won't say anything. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to blast the like, subscribe, and notification buttons so that you always catch our latest content. And if you have any ideas for future videos, you can leave it down in the comments on our Facebook group or at stackfitness.com. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, stay energized, confident, and sexy, my friends. Peace.